Hey everyone, I'm back and I'm ready to make everyone's favorite water imp. And by water imp, I mean the classic yokai, the Kappa. And by that I mean Walkappa. What do you think what water imp I was referring to? Actually, you know Cinemassacre's Monster Madness, James Wolfe? Well, apparently he calls it the water imp, Kappa the water imp. That's a very fitting name to it. Fun fact, did you know that good-hearted Kappas were worshipped as deities in Japan? Well, they are now and they were back then. So basically,
Johnny.
if water imps are symbols of good, then fire imps are symbols of evil.
Johnny.
So, devil and angel. Take that what you may. So today I'm going to be making wall kappa, and since I'm a... Okay. And since Walkappa has a surfer's accent, hope you enjoy, dudes. Sit back and have a gnarly time. I had to. Let's move on. So here is Walkappa, and I had to use the actual Yokai watch for this thing because I'll be honest with you, you can't do it in the first Yokai watch game. So here is Walkappa, and I'll have to admit, his design looks really adorable. Uh, now to be honest, I'm actually really off of the finished result. I don't even know if I did it right, but if you leave a comment if you, it's okay. Now his balance is not great, mainly for the fact that because this is covered with a plastic with plastic. But I tried my best, but overall he looks really great. Now I couldn't show the detail here because apparently I didn't have enough memory on the tablet that I'm using, but overall, I don't even know if I have enough clay to make faux Kappa, so at least I made some Kappa. Now, for those of you who don't know, Wall Kappa basically sounds like a surfer dude in the anime, but surfer kid in the anime, but here he sounds like a standard little kid with quacking. At least he's not from Breadwinners. So I hope So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this wall kappa review, or how to make wall kappa from Yokai Watch. Coming up next the Japanese version of the mermaid itself. Enjoy, and for those of you who don't, and for those of you. And the reason why I wanted to make wall kappa is because well, it's summer, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And leave a comment and subscribe, dude. Peace. Oh, and for those of you who aren't familiar with the Ultraman franchise, his head kind of reminds me of the coin-eating kaiju from the Ultraman franchise. And why do I get the feeling that he's actually his head is inspired by that creature from, well, Ultraman? Leave a comment if you're familiar. Also, I had to use clay. So, peace.